What is up, you guys? It's your favorite tarot reader, and I am back. Except for I'm not back with another read. I'm back with a how I'm manifesting my husband / twin flame video. If you guys did not check out my last video, that was about relationships and the breakdown, the paradigm of the patriarch system and the power struggles of relationships. Definitely head over to that one because that had a lot to do with this one. This one is just going to be about how men will punish you, how men will test you, how men can become envious of you, and all of that kind of stuff. And obviously, if you are a man watching, this could be about your girl too, because this could be about anybody, okay? But because I'm manifesting a husband, I will be just referring to things in male versus female. So, yeah. So yeah, what was I just saying in that last video? I was saying something. I don't remember, but I know it was like segueing me into this video, but I guess I'm not sure what I was saying, but we can go ahead and start off with, oh, I was saying men will distance themselves. Men will distance themselves from you when they are feeling insecure, when they are feeling like they can't really live up to what you want them to be. I feel like that's when your significant other will kind of start to pull themselves away from you. And a lot of times we think, oh, this person is doing something, or they're being sneaky, or this is happening, or they doing this. A lot of the times it has to do with their own insecurities and them feeling less of themselves. It's like, I feel like a lot of times men will think about past relationships with a woman that they really love. Not because they want the ex, not because they're thinking about their ex, but because they're thinking about how that woman made them feel versus how you made them feel. A man with a low vibrational woman versus a man with a high vibrational woman, they will realize, like, damn, okay, I'm dealing with a woman, a godly woman, a divine woman. A man will understand. And at some point, I'm not saying this is in every relationship, because it's not. Everybody loves differently. But sometimes in relationships, when your significant other feels less of themselves, it's more of an embarrassment to be around you if they're not doing anything with themselves and they see you doing a whole bunch. Or, like, I feel like a lot of the times men will punish you in the form of not communicating. They'll, even if you're the one that's mad, I feel like men will punish you as a way to train you or teach you. I feel like they will go without talking to you, or go without coming home, or go a day without texting you, or they won't call you, or something like that, and it's a form of, I want this person to wonder about me. I want this person to care. I want this person to be stressed out. I want this person to, it's kind of their version of seeing if you care about them. Especially as a divine feminine, if you just in your bag and you worried about loving on you, baby, I'm telling you, that is like, like, men act like they don't have emotions, but men want to be loved on and cuddled on and appreciated. So when they don't feel that way, I feel like it's very easy for them to retreat and punish a woman, because a lot of times that's how men were treated as a child. You get punished when you do something wrong. And a lot of times as kids, what's wrong in our parents' eyes isn't wrong in our eyes. So if you have a divine masculine or a significant other who has been raised by punishment, they could be doing that to you. Every time you do something that they're not receptive to or that they don't like, it feels like a punishing, like, oh, I'm not going to talk to you, or I'm not going to give you what you need from me because I'm in my feelings and because my feelings are hurt. There's also a sense of embarrassment, public embarrassment. A man will publicly embarrass a woman in order to kind of put her back in line. Like, it sounds crazy, But you think like, oh, my man's not posting me because he don't want other bitches to see. That's not it, because bitches don't be caring. Bitches will fuck with a nigga with a bitch just because he got a bitch. They don't even like the nigga. So it don't be that. A lot of times it's just embarrassment that they don't live up to you. Embarrassment that a lot of times niggas feel like a nigga's gonna take that girl. Like a lot of times niggas feel inadequate. Like niggas don't have a level of healing. Like a certain, well, I'm not gonna say all niggas because it's females too. Like all of us, I'm just gonna say human beings. Some human beings don't really have their specific way of healing themselves. They don't really speak affirmations into themselves, or some people just aren't really super confident. And I feel like when you're in a relationship with somebody who is maybe doing more than you, or just expecting more of you than maybe other past relationships have expected of you, I do feel like it gets to you and how you're coming off to this person. Another thing I think that significant other will do is I think they will test you. It feels to me like people will test you in any kind of relationship, especially in friendships, because especially in just relationship, like, and I don't want to say especially in nothing, because it happens a lot in family, it happens a lot in relationships and in friendships, so it's not especially nothing. It's in any kind of relationship that what you can have with the person. I feel like people will test you. People will do shit intentionally to see if you will put up with it, if you will deal with it, if you will accept it. And you don't have to, you know? Because I personally believe true love is not punishing. Like, just because you did something to me doesn't mean I have to do it back to you. Or if it's on my heart to call you or text you, I don't have to punish you by not texting and calling you to teach you a lesson, even though I want to talk. You know, I feel like it's so often that in these relationships we punish ourselves more than we're punishing another person, because when you don't show up for a person who you actually really, really love, it hurts in a way where it's like you hurting that reflection of yourself that you saw in them. Because if you are attracted to somebody, or if you're in a relationship with them, or if you're best friends, or you guys are in the same family, I feel like naturally you have expectations of that person in your life, right? And when that person can't really live up to your standards, we be so quick to just be like, fuck them. But what if we saying, fuck ourselves, fuck that part of ourselves that's not lovable, that's not worthy of being forgiven? Because at the end of the day, we all humans, we all make mistakes. They're like, how do you know what to accept, what to and what not to accept? Like, let's say cheating. For some people, if you cheat, they'll take you back, right? Like, I really love you and I understand that you made a mistake and whatever. And then some people won't take a person back who cheated. And it's kind of like, how do you know what's right for you? Like, how do you know, okay, this person really made a mistake versus wait, you really made a mistake versus, okay, really, like, that's something that you intentionally did. And when you think about cheating, obviously it's intentional. But I was watching a Shy last night, right? And spoiler alert, Emmett had cheated on his living girlfriend. And to me, it hurt my feelings so bad, because it's like, she real life working. Like, she working, she trying, she taking care of the baby. You know, she's living her life. She's turning down dudes, thinking that her man has her on cloud nine. She's dealing with his bullshit, whatever he doing. And then I still get cheated on. Like, I still am hurt. How does that happen? Like, how? So you have to ask yourself, like, at what point does being in a relationship become too much? Like, how do you deal with somebody trying to punish you or trying to, like, I feel like so often we get in relationships with people who are literally us. And it's so hard to really face yourself. It's so hard to really look at certain things about yourself, because I've just been so confused on how relationships work, because it's like, okay, where do you draw the line? Because in a spiritual aspect, thank you God, in a spiritual aspect, I could say, you know, damn, like, I really can see myself in this person. Like, as a spiritual person, I feel like it's easy to have compassion for anything that somebody do, because you're gonna read into it, you're gonna understand why and what happened and the aspects of what happened, and you're gonna go deep into everything that happened. But it's like, okay, at what point is what you're doing toxic to my life? Like, how do you know when you're supposed to go through life with somebody and go through the motions of going through something with somebody? Because I was watching Marriage Boot Camp, and Willie and Shonda been together for like 13 years, and he's cheated like 12 times. But their love for each other is very much prominent. You can see it, you can feel it. So it's like, that's their journey, but I'm not gonna be cheated on over 12 times, because he said 12, but ain't nobody fucking counting, so he don't know what the real number is, you know? So it's just kind of like, at what point do you stop putting up with people punishing you and hurting you, you know? Because that's not what love has to be, you know? I don't feel like love has to be two people hurting each other. And that's kind of what today's version of love has really kind of turned into. And it's sad. It's sad, but I feel like a lot of times we get into relationships not understanding what comes with them. You know, these people that we get into relationships with are healing past trauma. They're healing things going on in their own life. They're healing themselves, working on themselves, figuring themselves out, all while trying to figure out another person. Like, relationships are not easy at fucking all, like, at all. And it has been such a struggle this year with just everybody finding themselves, because on your journey to self, I'm telling you, you really get to a position where you just don't want to allow anybody into your space who is going to hurt you or who is going to be negative, or, you know. But then there's the spectrum of, okay, well, I'm starting to not see anybody as negative. You know, I'll look at people, and even people that, you know, even people that don't believe in God. Anybody, like, I feel like I'm learning to kind of have compassion for everybody in the world. So, how do you truly know who your person is? And me and my friend were kind of, me and my best friend were Monet. Shout out to Monet, the artist. She did my hair yesterday. So head over to her channel if y'all want to see any hair tutorials or makeup tutorials or anything like that. I'll leave her link in the description box below. But yeah, we were talking, and I was just telling her, like, yeah, you know, we going through some stuff, but I believe that this person is my husband, you know. And she's telling me, girl, nah, like, you don't know who God has for you, right? And at the time, I felt upset, because I'm like, dang, you know, like, you're in a long-lasting relationship, so you know what it takes to be in one. You know that it's not going to be easy. You know that there are things that's going to happen. But then you also have to look at it at the aspect of, we never do know. You know, we never know what is supposed to be for us, and that feeling of not knowing what's for us is, I think, the fear. That's kind of the scary part of being in a relationship, not knowing. But what if you know? Like, what if you feel like you know? Because y'all have seen these videos, and I've said that multiple people were my husband, period. But this is why I do these videos, because I'm learning with y'all, you know. And I think it's so important to kind of have faith until you shouldn't. So even though, as y'all know, I'm not in a relationship anymore, we broke up. But even still, I'm still in the position of feeling like I know what God has for me. And knowing that, I feel like it's a little bit easier to navigate life through the worry of what a person is doing to you, because when you truly fall in love, it no longer becomes about what the person is doing to you, but how that person is affecting y'all as a couple. Because when you truly see your life with somebody, everything becomes a group effort. Everything becomes for us, for our family. And when you notice that it's not about us anymore, when you notice that it's about one person, you have to kind of allow that person to expand on themselves. That's how you know that a person is for you or isn't for you. If they consider you in everything that they do. If they think about you before they post a picture. Think about you before they get in the car. Like, oh, let me put on my seatbelt so I can make sure that I get home to my baby. Or, hey, I'm going to be out really, really late. Let me just call this person in because I'm thinking about them. Let me let them know what I'm doing. Or, hey, I went to this party and some girls posted some pictures of me, but I was just kicking it. So I'm calling you. Like, I'm calling you at the party. Like, hey, babe, this is what we doing. You know, like little things like that. When it's like, I don't have to do these things, but because I'm considerate of you, your trauma, your healing, I'm going to insert these things into our relationship, whether I have to do them or not, because I don't have to do anything. I care enough about us and the usness of our relationship that I'm going to take that extra step. I'm going to go the extra mile to make your feelings and how you feel about us and the security of our relationship a priority. That's how you know that a person is really for you, when not even when you always on a person's mind, because that's very much cliche. You can think about somebody all the time and that person don't mean you know well, but when you think about a person's heart and how what you're doing will affect their spirit, their livelihood, their business, when you think about all of that stuff, that's when you know you found somebody who you can love on. If it's like, damn, I really want to argue with you, but I know you have to go to work. I respect your business. I respect your art. Baby, go to work, and when we're done, we'll have this conversation. That right there, that's love, and that's respect. You know? Giving yourself time. You know, I feel like a lot of times we think about love and we just think about punishment and forcing somebody to treat us right and forcing somebody to love us and act right. And when somebody loves you, I'm telling you, you will not have to force them to love you. Even if they fuck up along the way, they'll want to love you. They'll want to be here for you. They'll want to make sure that you're okay mentally and spiritually and emotionally. When someone loves you, they will make you a priority. They will make your heart a priority. It's crazy because I feel like in love nowadays, the easiest thing to do is to walk away, or to not communicate, or to not speak. And it's getting so old, y'all. It's getting so fucking old. Like, and even as women, we got that bad. Like, we will do a silent treatment. Like, and I'm learning that when you love somebody, like, you have to consider how you're making that person feel when you're giving them a silent treatment, or when you're not talking to them, or when it's so easy for you to let them go. In that person's mind, it's like, damn, was I nothing to them? And I got that bad. Like, I could have friend off and just block her that same day. Like, bitch, we don't even need to argue. Bitch, I just don't like you. That's how I am. Like, I will real life cut people off, like, so quickly. Just this summer, I've cut like 4 different friends off, and I do not give a fuck. Like, but also, I feel like I could learn a lot from just communicating and being like, okay, this is a problem that I'm having. This is something that I'm not really fucking with. This is something that I don't really like. I love me enough to not want to engage in your energy anymore. But instead, we be like, oh, you gonna feel me. Like, I ain't gonna talk to you no more. You gonna feel that. You know, because I got that bad. Like, I be like, bitch, if you did some foul shit to me, if you talk to my nigga, or if you not helping me, or if you not being here for me, and I'm just being here for you, and you just, like, bitches just be weird. But, like, I feel like, bitch, if I don't vibe with you, I don't even gotta waste my time telling you why I don't want to talk to you no more. But that's something that I need to heal within myself, because I started to tell myself I'm wasting my breath because motherfuckers don't care. What if it's not about other people caring? What if it's about me getting out my feelings and being able to talk through the things that I'm experiencing and going through? But we put so much on everybody else and what they supposed to be doing, how they are hurting us, and what we allowing into our space, that everything gets put on the other person. When real life, the experiences that we go through, even the bad ones, it ain't got nothing to do with nobody else but ourselves. And in relationships, everything gets put on the other person. All the blame is on that person, because shit, you in a relationship with them. So it's like, damn, if this going wrong in my life, it's on you. It's on you. You know, there's no accountability in relationships anymore. And I feel like that's why there's so much silent treatments, because in the middle of an argument, you're gonna hear yourself speak. Especially in arguments, you gonna speak the truth. You gonna say what you really feel. And a lot of times, we so scared to face us that we won't even have that argument. We won't even have that conversation. We don't understand how important arguments are, how important debates are. Like, I had debate as like a class in school. Like, you literally have to learn how to debate. You have to learn how to have communication skills. You have to learn how to have opposing views, and also still be receptive and open to what other people have to say. You know, like, I feel like relationships are taking an all-time turn right now, because everybody is solidifying where they are in their life right now. Everybody is trying to solidify where they're going. And at this point, it's kind of like, I want the right people to come with me, because I've already experienced taking the wrong people with me. So everybody got their guard up. Ain't nobody communicating. Everybody is wanting to punish people because of what they've been through. So we're punishing the people that we love. We're punishing our friendships. We're not talking to people. We're not communicating with them. We're leaving people on red. That's a thing now. We leave people on red. We a bad bitch. Because we leave niggas on red. Like, bitch. Now, when niggas stop talking to you and niggas stop writing you, then your ass gonna be sitting here sad, looking ugly. Like, stop. So, yeah. We just need to get out of pride and telling ourselves that not communicating is a form of punishment. Silent treatment is a form of punishment. Like, But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm about to actually do a Capricorn reading, so tune into that video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I am taking personal readings. You guys can cash out me at money sign CapriceCooks. You can also email me or Apple Pay me at CapriceCooks@icloud.com. All right, y'all. I'm out of here.